we're back again, and we got more work to do, of course, on this old NSR250. And I think it's time to start working on the engine, because, well, we're like roadblocked and everything else. So let's pull this apart and see what we got to deal with. All right, well, it's pretty filthy, and there's some things that's going on, like this spigot on the upper cylinder has clearly corroded or something, and they built a new one because there's no barb on it like there is on that one, and the oil injection has been blocked off, and there's some things here that I see that are a little odd. But anyway, we got to get the cylinders off. What I've done is I've made bins for top and bottom cylinders so we can kind of arrange stuff. And yeah, I guess first things first, let's get this top cylinder off. All right, shall we? What treasure could be in here? Okay. Bit of detonation in there, or grit. Guessing detonation. That could be tidied up a bit. And of course, top of the piston is about the same. Look at all that. So the question is, that something that went through here or detonation? And I guess if we look in the cylinder, cylinders look okay. And they're, I think, nickel-sealed. I don't think they're sleeved. So the cylinders look okay, so I'm guessing it's detonation from either bad fuel or ignition timing or something. Do we buy pistons? None of this stuff is real easy to find, but that's just something that fell in there, I think. Anyway, that one next. Changed my mind. We're taking this guy off. I got the bolts. I guess I don't really have to be careful with that piston because it's pretty well non-usable anyway. So, cost of the rebuild just went up, as per expected. Do we send it to get replated? I got some 125 cylinders that need to be replated too, so. Anyhow. There's no major scuff marks or anything in that. What's in here now? Let's. Bit of compression on the top of the other one. So you can see the erosion on that, and you can feel it just with your fingernail. So you know, that's been eaten away. The rings are free. Looks like a 125 RS cylinder, except the skirt's quite thick on that one. Maybe we'll do a comparison between an NSR piston and one of the RS 125 pistons. Anyway, we'll pull that out and do the other one. Well, before I start pulling that off, I got sidetracked. ADHD, you know. And I'm pulling the coils off. There's two pickups on it. That one. Yeah. Oh, yep. Okay. But this one came off the top. Looks like I brought some thread with me, or so. I'll try and remember to Healy coil that or do something with that. I think there's threads further in. I can kind of see threads further in, so I might be able to dig it, you know, like kind of get it a longer screw and put it in there. But and then there was that one in there. I don't know if that's supposed to be in there. Crimes. Don't look down there. We'll get to that. All right, got that off. Use my handy puller, and I'm going to take that intake off with the reeds in there, and I'm going to drain the oil. That's what we're going to do next. Well, whoever designed the pan didn't design it so that you get at the oil drain plug where the engine's that. I designed this, so I'm to blame. Anyway, oil out. Let's see what's in there. All right, first of all, it's been quite stiff to come out of there, so who knows? And we're gonna do this one-handed, so I mean, it doesn't have to go through all the cylinder heads and stuff, so it's not usually too bad, but mostly just clutch material and stuff on these. I mean, not some glitter. That could just be clutch bits. It's not outrageous. Might have been changed. No, it hasn't been for a while. All right, cover's off. And let's... Get out of here. Making a mess. Let's just gather all that stuff up. We'll put it in there. Same with those. Yuck. And those guys, I mean, the basket, sometimes you can tell how many miles are on something when the teeth wear into the basket. This one, not too bad. Yeah, come out. It's all oily and stuck together. Coming out as one. So let's have a look. The steels, bit of color on them. Hard to tell. Still lots of material there. That's pretty good. Guys, I need to show you something. This cover, which I'm guessing is something to do with the oil injection that somebody's made. Is that some sort of money? Is that some sort of money? Some Japanese money? Is that a yuan? I think it is. How much? Am I rich? Is this like a lot or a little? I don't know. Is that money? Can we dig it out? Ew. I think it was probably sealed in there somehow. What the heck? So it's cleaned up. And I had a quick look. That is a Chinese coin from 1992. A 1 yuan coin from 1992. I have questions. We've got the clutch hub out. Turns out the clutch hub is the same, basically takes the same steel plates as an RS125, so I have all the tools to take those out. Easy. Trans is out, and it's like a cassette style trans. It just slides right in there. Super slick. You can tell this was like, you know, designed before extreme cost cutting measures. Everything nowadays, it seems, is like they pull back all of the convenience just to save some money in production. Those poor shareholders must have been starving. Anyway, it all looks really good. Crank and everything is pretty. I mean, I know it looks dirty. This is fine. We're gonna clean all this. Yeah, I pulled the shift shaft out. Ew, gross. Yeah, the only real reason I think I'm gonna split the cases is just to tidy up some of the little casting marks and stuff. Like, we might as well. So yeah, we'll strip all of this, and that'll give us time to like properly clean the cases. and especially on the inside there, it's pretty rough and stuff. And you know, inside, you know, there's sharp edges and stuff in here that we can tidy up. I mean, not like we need to make a ton of power or anything, but you know, it's winter time. Well, it's going to be winter time soon, so we got some time, and we might as well get after it. So, but all looks really good. All the bearings and stuff are nice and smooth. Everything runs really good. So yeah, we'll pop the cases apart here and get the crank out and have a peek in. Is that what's supposed to come out of your forks? Ooh, glittery and thick. All right, sidetracked. We're gonna work on forks a little bit. I've got the cases and stuff cleaned up, but let's look at forks. I've got them apart, and it's pretty gross what came out of them. Anyway, I hit them with the wire wheel, and this is kind of what came out. So they're not great. However, the secret answer is one of those. It's not a great quality one, but it's a polishing sponge. And I'm just going to hit this one here and just watch how it comes out. And that's the result from just a couple minutes. It's you still get, like, it depends on how far you go with it. I didn't go real, like, it does remove material, so you want to be a little careful with that, but I think that's a lot better than it was. Certainly nice and bright. I was thinking about getting them powder coated or something, but yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll touch them up with a little bit of Scotch-Brite maybe, and finish cleaning them, and I got to straighten the upper part, so let's work on that maybe. Okay, well, I got cylinders, and this, I don't know, I gave them a rinse in the hot tank at work, and the water connector for the radiator was pretty crusty, and they're just pressed in there. So I just pulled that out of there, and I made up one on the lathe real quick. We're gonna press that in. Well, this is the engine stripped down. Got everything cleaned up. Just kind of on its way back together a little bit. Got the crank out. I put the trans back in. Cases are split and everything, but I've got parts coming. I've got crank seals and gaskets and everything on the way. Pistons, everything coming for that. So that's kind of on the side right now. It's just sort of a work in progress until I get some parts. Maybe that'll be the next video. But right now, I've been working on the frame. And yeah, we've made good progress with this. We finally got a Taiga lower triple. I didn't record any of this, but yeah, we got a Taiga lower triple on there. This is really nice stuff. Got the wheels pretty well put that together. I just painted those inner parts of the discs, and let me see, forks back together. They look all right. I straightened that up. Got some fresh pads and cleaned up the calipers and everything. Everything was just really kind of gross and crusty, so cleaned all that up. That'll be ready for lines. I found this, I've got a GSXR 600 master cylinder that I rebuilt. Just needs a lever. Rebuilt all of that. Top triple looks really good. That's a Taiga nut for the top of that. Cleaned up the caps a little bit. So that's all looking pretty good. Shock in there. I've got everything back together for the shock. And cleaned up the rear caliper and everything as well. Rear disc. I really did
job on the sprocket. I made some spools. What I did with the, yeah, well, lock wired it, but I hit the carrier on the lathe just to take any of the casting marks and stuff off, and I cleaned up the bolts a little bit, drilled them out, you know, because I'm a geek. And yeah, everything is looking really good there. What I didn't take into account is, like, I gotta loosen that back off because I've got a sprocket, or the chain slider coming, and that chain slider, you have to, as far as I can tell, I think you have to take off the swing arm to change that chain slider. So I gotta just wait to tighten that up, and then I'll tighten everything up here. But yeah, it's coming. It's looking really good. And what do I got coming? I got the engine parts coming. So as soon as the engine parts are here, I should be able to get that engine back together to get in here. So that'll get us started on there. This is just a cheap kind of motocross lever that I've got, just one of the cool adjustable ones. That'll hold place for now. I left the mark in the bar. Actually, it's got marks in both bars, but I left that just, you know, it's got some character to it. But yeah, I'm really happy about that top clamp look. That looks pretty cool. It's that's out of a Honda NSR250 motocross bike that I had a clamp for, and I just peeled that off and put that in there, so that looks pretty good. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress on it. We'll probably need some tires. I think these things are, I think I looked at the date code on them and they're from like 04 or something, so we'll put something a little better on there. But yeah, it's coming along. That Taiga triple is really nice. I'm happy I didn't straighten that other bottom one. We could have straightened that iron or steel one, but yeah, it would have taken an awful lot of effort to straighten and get it perfect. And this Taiga stuff is pretty reasonably priced, so yeah, pretty happy with how it's going. And a bit more effort, we'll have that engine in on the next video.